A corporate backlash has hit religious freedom bills in the United States. Arkansas and Indiana have been forced to reconsider controversial new laws after big corporations such as General Electric, Walmart, and Apple added their voices to the growing public outcry. Critics say the bill would allow discrimination against gay people. Well, John Gapper, our chief business correspondent, joins me now. John, a few years ago, CEOs might have remained silent on big social issues like this. Why are they speaking out now? What's changed?
Yes, it's very striking that CEOs like Tim Cook of Apple are comfortable to make a very strong position on this subject. I think one of the big changes is that the social mood has changed somewhat in the US, and people are much more tolerant of issues like gay marriage. And I think that particularly companies like Apple and Salesforce.com, Mark Benioff, the leader of Salesforce, took a very strong stand on this. They see their customers shifting, and therefore they're much more comfortable about speaking out. Is
there a lobbying or campaign group behind this, do you think? Or are we simply seeing CEOs advocating their deeply held personal beliefs?
I think there isn't actually an overall lobbying group behind this. There isn't a sort of guiding intelligence. I think it's literally figures like Tim Cook, who is himself gay and has taken strong positions publicly on that issue, feeling these things themselves really quite deeply and genuinely, but also feeling comfortable about speaking out in a way that they probably wouldn't have been before.
So what does all of this tell us? Are younger liberals now increasingly a bigger market in the US than the religious conservatives?
Yes, I think strictly from the point of view of sort of corporate self-interest, the religious conservatives, who tend to be older, are not such a powerful consumer group as younger consumers. And it's not just liberals. I think there's to mean a sort of general sense in which the mood has shifted. And so I think those things go together. There's also the issue that for companies themselves, companies in their own self-interest will naturally be liberal on issues like immigration and like the idea of non-discrimination because it opens up the labour pool.
Is it always in a company's self-interest, you think, to take a liberal stance, particularly if you take a sort of slightly more narrow view?
Generally speaking, I think the tendency, if you look back at the work of Milton Friedman and some of the economists, Gary Becker in the 50s and 60s, they took this free market view that it was in the narrow interest of a corporation to be liberal on immigration, to have those sorts of views, because an employer that discriminates narrows both their customer base and their potential source of labour. But I think that obviously there clearly is prejudice, remaining prejudice within companies. But I think both the sense in which it's within their interest as companies and the changing social mood, those two forces together have changed things significantly.
Okay, John, thanks very much.